Pretty much. Shrimping ain't easy. Just like pimping. Nothing's easy. But anyway, we move on with that. Alrighty, thanks. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It's I, your tribal god restrained Peter Joseph here for a beautiful Friday afternoon, May the 23rd, 2025. Thank you for watching this particular video right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the very dark and mysterious Shadow's Lair 2.0. And this is episode number 70 of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in the Shadow's Lair, down there. You know where it is. If you don't know where it is, it's down there, trust me. In the description box below on this very channel and my other channels. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video or any one of my videos on my channels from the past, the present, and the future, Conan. Do it now. Don't leave stupid comments. You'll get blocked. Sent to that shadow realm. You'll be placed in an Iron Maiden. And then after you're dead, Satan will eat your soul. Pretty much. So don't do it. And don't act like a complete moron. You want to do that, do it on your dead channel that nobody cares about. And that's pretty much it, too. So, don't do that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you do, well, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means, motherfuckers. And that's that. Alright, so like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if you wish. And don't forget to hit that bell. And all that other good stuff. And if you're here for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab yourself a nice cold one, whatever you're going to be drinking today or whenever you watch this video. Sit back, relax, put your feet up. Excuse me. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a voice. No. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great, you know. Go fuck yourself. And get out of here. Go fuck yourself. And that's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Friday afternoon, it is Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of summer. Well, it doesn't feel like summer here in the Northeast, but, you know, it's been raining. Pretty much all this month has been raining. It's going to be raining all next week. Well, most of next week, too. So it feels like a reverse of April. April, we always get, like, a lot of rain here in the Northeast. Now it's like May, we're getting a lot of rain. And the last couple days has been cold as fuck. I mean, it's warming up now. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in my neck of the woods. Started off cold. It's going to be about 65 by about 5 o'clock and then go down a little bit. And then tomorrow, about another great day to be alive. Sunny and in the 70s, 65, 70 degree, around that area. It's going to be a great day to do a barbecue or do anything. Go to the beach, go do whatever you got to do. And also on Sunday and Monday for Memorial Day, it's Fleet Week. All the ships and the great men and women that are part of the Navy and the Armed Forces. We love you people. That fight for America. Because it is that time of year. It's the time to celebrate America. Well, next to July 4th weekend, of course. That's coming up in about a month and a change from now. And summer will be coming up in about 4 weeks. About a month from now. Should be some good shit. Hopefully the weather will start getting hot around my neck of the woods. Not too hot, but we get that. It's the start of hurricane season. Nothing developing right now. Thank the Lord for that. But as we go through June, July, August, and September, throughout the summer, you gotta watch the tropics. Excuse me. My allergies acting up. So, gonna watch the Weather Channel religiously for the next few months. Especially if you live in Florida. And in San Juan, Puerto Rico! And all those great places in the Caribbean. And even in Mexico. So, we have that. So, hope everybody has a great, safe weekend. And if not, well, too bad for you. lots of good wrestling. We got SmackDown tonight. Should be a great show from wherever it is. I think Tampa tonight. And tomorrow night we got Saturday Night's main event 39. I'll get to that in a little bit. From the Youngling Center in Tampa, Florida. And then Sunday night, we got a doubleheader, ladies and gentlemen. NXT Battleground in Tampa, going head-to-head with Double or Nothing from AEW from Phoenix, Arizona. Actually, both shows should be pretty good there. Stat! We got that. And don't forget, Monday Night Raw, also in Tampa, Florida, this Monday night for the Memorial Day show. And NXT, back to its roots, not in Tampa. It was supposed to be in Tampa, but not going to be in Tampa. It's going to be at the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Not the Capitol Wrestling Center, the Performance Center, where we saw LFG and all that other good shit. So that's going to be good. The aftermath of Battleground, as we'll be on the road to NXT versus NXT versus Triple A, Worlds Collide! 2 weeks from tomorrow, and we also got Money in the Bank, so we got another doubleheader coming your way for that ice. 2 weeks from tomorrow. You gotta love it! More wrestling for that ice! So more content for you. But it is what it is. So we got all that coming up this weekend, all through next week, and through the first week of June, as we're about to hit the halfway mark of 2025. Time flies when you're having fun. Or as my good friend Ferris Bueller would say, life moves pretty fast. You don't stop to sit around and think about it once in a while, you could miss it. So, don't miss a day. Because if you do, you're fucked. But I digress. Alright. We'll get to SmackDown later. SmackDown, like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, staying at 3 hours for the foreseeable future. We're supposed to stop the first Friday in June, but right now, sources are saying it's not going to happen, which doesn't sit well with the roster, but no official announcement that SmackDown is going to go back to 2 hours right yet. I mean, it could change between the next week or two. Who knows? WrestleMania 42. I did a video yesterday about that being canceled in New Orleans. Not going to happen there. They're going to get Money in the Bank next year. Still, lots of talk about that. They're actually saying that it is going to be in Vegas, but then who knows now? But it's not officially in Vegas yet. But they've been talking about Mania possibly being a yearly thing, or semi-yearly thing, in Vegas. They want to do a lot more events in Vegas, but not every year. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, it's fun to have back-to-back Manias in Vegas, because we haven't had that since WrestleMania 4 and 5, which was in Jersey. So, no official place, we don't know where 42 is going to be, but sources are kind of leaning towards Vegas, but there is a undisclosed location that has a big, huge bid for WrestleMania 42. I wonder where that could be. Probably Saudi Arabia, because they got more money than anywhere else, really. You think it's going to be San Juan? I wish. For Easter's sake, I want a Mania in Puerto Rico, because you don't have to go anywhere, you know? She just gets in her car, goes to the arena, right? Like 10 minutes away, boom. She's there every fucking day, because she's right there. In San Juan, Puerto Rico! That would be fun. Bad Bunny could host. Like he hosted Backlash. Well, not so much. Hosted Backlash. He fought at Backlash, beat the fuck out of Poppy Priest in that epic fight, which had the return of Carlito. And Zelina Vega had an epic match with Mommy Rhea Ripley, and her kind of returned to Puerto Rico, because she is Puerto Rican. She lives in Queens, but she's Puerto Rican, so it was a great time to be down there for her, crying up a storm. Crowd was great for SmackDown and Backlash. I think they did Raw there, too. If not, they should. But But yeah, WrestleMania in Puerto Rico would be great. Mexico would be even better. They're thinking about maybe London, Italy, maybe France. One of those international countries. And then maybe they're thinking about doing it in Saudi Arabia. But then WrestleMania would be at 2 o'clock here in the East Coast. That's not bad. But if it's in London or anywhere in Europe, we're getting it early. Early here in the States. Unless it's in Japan, which I'll never do because that's stepping on some toes for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because as we all know, Wrestle Kingdom is basically their WrestleMania. So they can't do that. They can do NXT. They've done that in Japan. We gotta wait till like 3 o'clock in the morning to watch that shit. Like anything you watch in Japan is like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here in the States. What's good. But we move on with that. So lots of news, lots of happenings with WrestleMania. Vince McMahon's name was trending on Twitter today. And Twitter finally fixed itself. Almost a day we couldn't even DM anybody. And finally this morning it came back. Great, Elon, great! Fucking idiot. But everything fucks up. Everything that Zuckerberg touches is fucked up. Facebook, Meta, or not it's Meta basically. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram was down for not today, not anytime recently, but well it was recently, but I hope it doesn't go down completely, but that'll suck. Remember when AT&T and different phone carriers were down for like almost a few hours? That sucked. I couldn't call anybody. I could, but if I had Wi-Fi calling, because I have that on my phone, and I had important things, I had to call the missus. If I was out, I had to call the missus. I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? So I had to wait till AT&T fixed itself, and thankfully it didn't take like a day or two to fix. But, technology fucks up. You have people hacking into shit, and then they don't get caught. Or sometimes they do get caught, and then, they have others that do their shit for them. I don't know. It's weird. Life is weird. I'm weird. But you knew that already. But I digress. Alright, enough spiel. Ladies and gentlemen, on episode 70 of The Shadows Lair, I got episode 71 coming, probably tomorrow with your official NXT Battleground and Double or Nothing prediction. So, a 2-for-1 special for that ace tomorrow on episode 71 of The Shadows Lair. As we get into the Diamond Show, bang! Episode 75 coming up soon. Don't know when, but soon. We'll get that. But anyway, on episode 70, as the title below says, it is time for another predictions video. And we got this event tomorrow night. It is time for your official WWE Saturday Night's main event 39. Not review, predictions. We'll do the review tomorrow. But official predictions for Saturday night's main event number 39, taking place tomorrow night from Tampa, Florida at the Youngling Center on NBC at 8 o'clock. Alright, we got that. Oh, don't forget, Game 2 of the Knicks-Pacers series tonight at 8. Oh, boy. If you thought Game 1 was good, how could they top that Game 1? How could they top what happened Wednesday night, tonight? How? Okay. We'll see what happens with the Knicks later. We got that. Alright, let's get back to wrestling. Alright, so we have a 4-match card, no women's matches. It sucks. I want to see the ladies with the boobies. Yeah, we got that. We got 4 pretty decent matches. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. And that's that. Alright, so I'm going to go from top to bottom, as I always do on the Wikipedia page. So we're going to start off with a singles match for the Raw World title. And we have the champion, the Yeet Man himself, Jey Uso. He's taking on that schmuck, that YouTube darling, Logan Small. Should be a pretty good match. Jay winning the belt at Mania from Walter. And the winner of this match faces Walter on the June 9th edition of Raw in Phoenix, which is going to be huge. So, we'll see what happens with that. Jay's still kind of, he has a lot of things to deal with. He's got Walter in the rearview mirror for his rematch. He's dealing with the whole thing with CM Punk, Sami Zayn, going on with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, and on the outside, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, of course. And the wise man, my name is Paul Heyman. So he's got a lot on his plate right now. And now you add Logan Paul, who's like, I want to get into the world title picture again. You know how bad that failed. Right, Logan? You remember how bad you failed against Roman at Crown Jewel about a year or so ago? You got a good match. You put Roman through tables and shit. But what happened? Roman smashed, stacked, pinned your fucking worthless YouTube ass. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go be with your whore of a wife. And your fake Puerto Rican ass. Sorry. I'm sorry to the certain people that, He's not Puerto Rican. He's from Cleveland. You can't be from Cleveland and like, oh, I'm gonna live in Puerto Rico now. Oh, I'm Puerto Rican. No, you're not. You might be a citizen of Puerto Rico, but you're a full-fledged American. You dumb fuck. It's like if I went to Italy and moved to Italy with the missus, does that make me a full-fledged Italian? Well, I am Italian, of course. I am a citizen of Italy, but I'm born and bred in the United States, bitch! So Logan Paul can call himself Puerto Rican? He's not Puerto Rican. He was born and bred in the US of A. So if you think he's actually Puerto Rican, you got some... Oh boy. You got some explaining to do. Lucy! So anyway. It should be a good match. Logan Paul the last 2 weeks on Raw knocked Jey Uso the fuck out at the end of the show. 1 week we didn't see it. And then this past week on Raw, he knocked him out after CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker were fighting through the crowd. Jay celebrated, the great punched, knocked the fuck out. So you know what that means? That means Jey Uso is most likely going to retain the title tomorrow night in Tampa. And then a short little feud going into... Well, we'll see what... I don't think... He's not doing anything for Money in the Bank as of yet. Depends on who wins Money in the Bank. Because they could cash in that night on Jay if he's there. Or if Jay wins and he beats Walter in the rematch, he might not be 100% to, whoever wins Money in the Bank is like, oh, I'm going to cash in. You always have that you have that during a big match. We've seen Poppy hold it for almost a year, and he cashed in on Drew McIntyre after he beat Seth Rollins at Mania last year's Mania at WrestleMania 40. So, and Tiffy Tiff held it for a couple months, and then she pinned Nia Jax after her match, after she got beat down by, forget by who, I think it was Jade, I forget, and Tiffy won it, so she didn't hold it that longer than Poppy, of course, but, but the Money in the Bank briefcase you hold for 1 full year, and you can cash in on, basically, the champion of your choosing, whether it be the Raw champion or the SmackDown champion. Now, I don't know if it's for the other belts. I keep forgetting if they changed the original ruling, or you just think it's just for the main world titles. You know how they change. Like, oh, remember how, I forget, it was, I forget who won Money, I think it was Charlotte won Money in the Bank, and she cashed in on the NXT champion, who I believe was Mommy Rhea Ripley at the time. I think it was her. And beat her, and then Io won it from her. Ha! So, Any of the women could go after EO. They can go after Tiffy Tiff. Hey, they can go after the NXT Women's Champion, who that might be Jordan Grace or Stephanie Foucault after Battleground. Well, I mean, we'll see. It's a wacky world, the WWE is. But as far as this match goes, I'm getting to the point. Jey Uso will retain the Raw World title over Logan Paul. I don't see any chicanery. Maybe Walter comes out at the end to have a stare down. Or maybe he's at ringside, who knows. But I'm going to go with Jey Uso, like G-Man, to G over Logan Paul. That sounded really nasty, but anyway, Jey Uso will retain. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, match number 2, tag team match player, CM Punk and Sami Zayn taking on Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker with the wise man Paul Heyman at ringside. You know, this could go several ways. You know, Seth Rollins and Braun forming a team with the wise man who turned on Roman, turned on CM Punk at Mania, joined up with Seth, and then Braun Breaker comes in later, like with that Monday after Raw, after Mania, I should say. That was kind of weird, you know. Nobody thought that Braun Breaker would be a Paul Heyman guy, even though him and Paul did talk on NXT back in the day. But now they're a little bit of a bitty faction. I don't know if there's going to be a third guy. They're thinking about it, but who? Could be Drew, could be Logan Paul, could be anybody, but we'll see. Alright, so they're taking on Sami Zayn, who's, you know, he helped out his good buddy Jimmy and Jay. Jay. And then CM Punk just, you know, he wants revenge on Paul for what happened at Mania. And they had that big brawl this past week on Raw. So it's tough to call. I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker to win. For the simple fact that Sami Zayn, if you watch closely, I think it was this past Monday or last Monday when Sami had the chair. It was Sami, Punk, and Jay going after Braun and Seth freaking Rollins. Sami had the chair. You're like, oh, wait a minute, is he gonna pull a shield like what Seth did to Roman? Will Sami Zayn turn on his good buddy Jey Uso? Well, I mean, later on, not now, but maybe later on. I don't know. Or Sami turns on CM Punk, joins up with Paul, has that bloodline, OG bloodline connection, but I don't know. I really don't want Sami there, but, you know, eventually he's going to turn. So I'm going to go with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker to win the match because I think Sami will turn on CM Punk. And maybe join them tomorrow night. I mean, we'll see. Alright, so we got that. Alright. Match number 3. I'm going to go in different order in this one. I'm going to go with hopefully this ends this mega year feud. Poppy Priest taking on Babucho Drew McIntyre. You know, they had a Las Vegas street fight at Mania. Was barbaric, but we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to have this inside of a solid steel cage, brother. So, hopefully this ends the feud. This hellacious feud that Poppy and Drew have had since WrestleMania 40. And back and forth, you know, for the past year and change, they've been beating the fuck out of each other. We saw what happened at Backlash, where Poppy hit the South of Heaven chokeslam off that little stage through a table and kind of hurt Drew because Drew missed the table completely and hit his head on the concrete. Ow! And then we saw Drew come out and he was fucked up and everything. And then Poppy's like, we gotta end this. We're gonna end it in a steel cage. I was thinking maybe Hell in a Cell, but, you know. So, you know, I like both guys. I think Drew has to win this feud. So I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. I hate doing it because I like Poppy Priest, as we all know, and you know I like Papucho, Drew McIntyre too. So it's gonna be a fight. No blood, obviously, most likely blood. No, not even hardware blood, but it's gonna be brutal. But I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre to pick up the win over Poppy, and I think from there he might go after the the SmackDown champion. So he might go after Cena. I don't think so because he's heel. So I mean, we'll see what happens with Papucho after tomorrow night. So I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre to win. He should be in Money in the Bank. I mean, he's kind of won it before, I think. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, probably what might be the main event. I'm not sure if this is going to be the main event or Poppy versus Poppy and Papucho and the Steel Cage will be the main event. But anyway, we're going to go to a singles match, a non-title match with number 17. You love him, you might hate him, but you're gonna learn to respect the guy, and that's John Cena! Alright, John Cena takes on the man he put through a table at Backlash, and that's the crazy dumb fuck himself, R-Fool! Why is this match happening? Why? Because R-Truth's like, I want revenge! That's not the John Cena I saw at Backlash! And he'd say, I got hustle, loyalty, respect. I'm like, shut up, Ron Killen, shut up! For the love of God, just shut up! I don't even have to say anything. We know who's gonna win. It's Cena. What's the point? I mean, like seriously, what is the point of predicting this match? We know who's gonna win. It's gonna be Cena in about 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Cena's gonna beat the fuck out of R-Truth. This match should not even last 10 minutes. Cena's gonna win, and then he's gonna go to Money in the Bank, possibly team up with Travis Scott, and possibly, there's a possibility it might be a 6-man tag. Logan Paul will join in. I don't know how that happens, but they'll team up against the returning Cody Rhodes, I think Randy Orton, and I forget who else. So it's going to be a 6-man tag team match or a tag team match with Cody and Randy, or Cody, Randy, and somebody against Logan Paul, Cena, and Travis Scott at Money in the Bank. And who knows if somebody cashes in on Cena at Money in the Bank. I don't think it's going to happen. I think whoever wins, possibly be from SmackDown, might be Eli Drake. I know we got Solos in there already. I think we have men's matches tonight. We got Shinsuke, Eli, and Aleister Black. I think Eli or Aleister Black might win that. And then we got another one. There's another one after that. I forget who's in that one. So, we're going to probably have Solo, maybe Eli in the match. And then maybe a third person from SmackDown. And then, I don't know if there's going to be anything on Raw. Because we really haven't had Money in the Bank matches on Raw, except for the ladies. And we already know Alexa Bliss is in it, Mommy Rhea Ripley's in it, and Roxy are in it. And they're all Raw superstars. So maybe the Money in the Bank women's match is actually for the Money in the Bank to cash in on Io. It makes sense. So the women is going to be from Raw. Though, you know, whoever wins from Raw can cash in on Tiffy Tiff. You never know. The same thing with SmackDown. Whoever wins the Money in the Bank could be from SmackDown. They could go after Cena, or they could go after Jey Uso, or Walter, or whoever has the title by then. So it's kind of weird. But we get that. So, like I said, to end this little shindig, John Cena will win, beat the fuck out of R-Truth. Shouldn't even last 10 minutes. It should not last 10 minutes. This match should last 30 seconds. But it won't. It won't last 30 seconds. It's going to last at least 5. At least 5. It shouldn't even go 10, really. To be honest with you, it should not go 10. And that's not including the entrances. But Cena's gonna beat the fuck out of R-Truth. There's no doubt in my mind. If R-Fool wins this match and gets himself a title shot, it might happen. I doubt it's not gonna happen on Monday Night Bank. Maybe it happens on next week's SmackDown. You know Cena's gonna just beat him because he doesn't really have to do anything. I don't know. So we got that. Alright, so to sum up this long video. Alright, so my predictions for Saturday night's main event tomorrow night. Jey Uso to beat Logan Paul to retain the Raw World title. Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker to beat CM Punk and Sami Zayn. I got Cena to beat R-Truth in not much time. And in that solid steel cage, brother, I got Babucho, Drew McIntyre to defeat and beat the fuck out of Poppy Priest. And that's that. Hoping to go 4-0. I think it's a little bit predictable, but, well, a couple of the matches are predictable. Cena's the predictable one. Uso and Logan Paul is another predictable one, so that's 2. And then Poppy and Drew in the cage, that's, could go either way. And then Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, that could go either way, so... Might go 50-50, like right down the middle, damn it! Like Middle Fonzo would say. But, could go 4-0, 3-1, 2-2, 0-4. Who knows? But, not every day I go 100%. I have gone perfect in pay-per-view predictions before, but, because some of them are really predictable. Even for Battleground and Double or Nothing, those matches could go either way. So, but we'll get to those tomorrow. But, right now, those are my predictions once again. For those of you just watching right now, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre. Those are your winners. Let me know what you guys think of Saturday night's main event, what your predictions might be, down below in the description, down below in the comments box. So, do it right now. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm gonna do some things. I have to run out, actually, to pick up some medication, and, it's a nice day, the sun's out finally. It's chilly, not cold, so I might go for a little bitty walk with the missus, and then come back, might go out for lunch with the missus, of course, and, then come back, upload my Collision review. I do have an extra video coming your way, so 3 videos coming your way on your Triple Threat Friday. I will be doing SmackDown, the review tomorrow, along with Double or Nothing and Double or Nothing and Battleground predictions on the next episode of The Shadows, episode 71. And then late tomorrow night, because I am going out tomorrow night, when I come back, I will do your official Saturday night's main event review on my Peter Joseph channel. And then Sunday, we'll talk about some things and get you ready for Battleground and Double or Nothing. So, we got that. Double or Nothing will be on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't, well, too bad for you. I get it for free. Ha! Because, well, Rose has the account, but I digress. Anyway, so I'll be watching it on Amazon Prime. I might watch all 3. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to watch Double or Nothing live. I'm watching it along with Issa and the gang and everybody. And then I might have a box on my computer, maybe watching Battleground. So I have like 1 here and 2 here. Or 1 here, you know what I mean. Watching Battleground. But I'm probably going to watch Battleground on the replay. But, we'll see what happens tomorrow, Sunday night. And then we got that. We got, Raw Monday night. So lots of things coming your way. So please hit that bell. Please subscribe to my channels. So when those videos go up, you know when they'll be there. If you hit that bell, hopefully my videos will go out to you. If not, then unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the bell again, and hopefully Neil and his team of monkeys will do their job. Unlike Elon, But that's another story for another time. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Episode 70 is in the books. And we'll get ready for episode 71 tomorrow with those predictions for Double or Nothing and Battleground. But that's that. Have a great rest of your afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back a little bit later. Probably a little bit, like about a half hour to an hour from now, with your official AEW Collision review and a special video about Billy Joel. There's some little bit of sad news about Billy Joel. He's a little bit sick, so I'm gonna do a get well video for my good buddy, a New York guy through and through, Billy Joel, or as we call him, Billy Goal. Goal. So we got that. All right, so be doing that in a little bit, and then get you ready for SmackDown, and then call it a night. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.